All right, test, test, 1 2 1 2, test, test.
You're listening to KOZQ, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's Waynesville Tiger Baseball on 102.3 FM. Join us this spring as the Tigers march through the season. Our games are brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels and Crematory of Waynesville, St. Robert, Ed Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Holiday in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, the Bank of Crocker, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Let's play ball with your Waynesville Tigers. You're listening to KOZQ, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's Waynesville Tiger Baseball on 102.3 FM. Join us this spring as the Tigers march through the season. Our games are brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels and Crematory of Waynesville, St. Robert, Ed Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Holland in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, the Bank of Crocker, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Let's play ball with your Waynesville Tigers.
Very good afternoon to you and yours. We are here for the first broadcast of the season. Waynesville Tiger Baseball about to get underway. They only play one game today, but they will be taking on the Laquey Hornets. Connor Harbert here with you today, 102.3, Z102.3. Of course, back onto our home for Waynesville baseball and softball. We'll talk about that as we kind of move throughout today's broadcast, but it looks like we might be getting going a little bit ahead of schedule here today. Obviously, was originally planned to be a doubleheader. We're also anticipating the arrival of the Lincoln Cardinals. However, because of the weather, you might already know, but it is quite cold out there here today. The Lincoln Cardinals, they decided to pull out of this doubleheader, so we just have one ball game between Waynesville and Laquey. So we'll kind of see where things go from here. We were going to go on in about 5 minutes anyway here, so not getting on to the air too soon here, but we might have to shorten up the pregame just a little bit. Before we go any further, would like to thank our sponsors here for this one. Of course, we've got ourselves a sizable list. You may recognize a few from basketball, football season as well. Air Serve, St. Robert Auto Supply, PepsiCo, Bank of Iberia, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Mailbox It, the Bank of Crocker, Ed Morris Ford in St. Robert, New Shelter Insurance, Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, and Marys County Bank. Big thank you to all of our sponsors again who make this broadcast possible. So, again, Waynesville, their first game of the season. Laquey, they are 0-1 on the campaign. Laquey did actually get their season underway yesterday. It was a 15-5 loss to Summersville. So, for Waynesville, we'll get a first chance at the new look Tigers here, of course, coming in with a new coach, trying to pick up their first winning season since 2012. This game features two teams that are trying to get back on the winning track. Again, Waynesville has not had a winning season in the last 10 seasons, and Laquey, unfortunately, wasn't able to kind of find enough data on that, but they haven't had a winning season predating 2009. Misha stats only go back to 2009 there. They got close back in 2013. They were 7-9 that season, but it has been a while since a winning season for the Hornets there. So what do we expect here from this one? I'm not quite sure, obviously. First season here calling Waynesville Tigers baseball. Of course, got to know a couple of the players during softball season as they were managers for the team. They are in the starting lineup here today. We'll actually get you those lineups right now. I'll tell you what, that actually sounds like a pretty good idea. First, let's go ahead and take a look here at Waynesville. Again, their first game of the season. Batting leadoff will be the left fielder Isaac Martinez. And batting second, that'll be your shortstop in Ethan Heberling. Batting third, the catcher, David Vernon. Batting cleanup will be your first baseman, Wesley Dye. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Zach Emperado. And then batting sixth, you'll have the third baseman in Hunter Althusius. Batting seventh, your pitcher, that'll be Peyton Breeden on the mound here today. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, Dylan Smith. And then finally, batting ninth, rounding out the starting lineup, that is going to be your second baseman in Jackson Goforth. So again, Martinez, Heberling, Vernon, Dye, Emperado, Althusius, Breeden, Smith, and Goforth in your starting lineup here today for Waynesville. Again, now for Laquey, their lineup looks a little bit something like this. Batting leadoff will be your left fielder in Carson Godfrey. Batting second, the shortstop, Hayden Alley. And then batting third, that'll be the center fielder in Connor Harrison. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Perry Reed. Batting fifth will be your pitcher, Gage Fleshoot. Batting sixth, the catcher, Jesse Tanner. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Ryder Martin. Batting eighth, your first baseman, Isaiah Boggs. And then finally batting ninth, that'll be your right fielder in Lane Gray. Again, Laquey 0-1 on the season. They did start their season yesterday, a 15-5 loss to Summersville. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a little bit of a timeout. When we come back, well, should be time for first pitch. We'll have Waynesville out in the field to start things out here. Again, we are here in Waynesville for this one. But again, back in a few minutes, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in zero sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard. As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get back by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
And once again, welcome back out here to the Wayne Bandy baseball field here in Waynesville, straddling the border between Waynesville and St. Robert. We're about to get going here with our first contest of the season, the Waynesville Tigers taking on the Laquey Hornets. Connor Harbert here with you again today, trying out my crowd mic here for this one. Of course, if you've listened into basketball and maybe even football broadcasts here this season, you know I've had a little bit of trouble capturing a little bit of the crowd noise there, a little bit of the sound outside the stadium. We're going to try to fix that here baseball season. I did dig out a stand mic, tested it last week with some state basketball games. We're going to hope it kind of catches some action here today. But we are about to get going here. Peyton Breeden warming up on the mound here for the Tigers of Waynesville. Again, he will be on the mound for this first game of the season. A good chance here for Waynesville to start their season on a winning note in taking on these Laquey Hornets. Again, Laquey 0-1 on the campaign. Don't have a whole lot of info on Breeden other than the fact that he is a senior. Did get to talk to him a little bit during the fall. Was a manager for the softball team. Told me a little bit about his stuff here, so we'll get to see what, maybe we'll see what he has here today. Obviously trusted enough to get the start here on opening day. Again, it will be Martinez, that'll be for Waynesville here in a little bit. Forgot to flip my book. It'll be Godfrey, Alley, and Harrison to bat here for Laquey as Breeden sends in his final warm-up toss, throw on down to second. Going to be right on the money. We'll get going again here with the left fielder, Carson Godfrey. I'll remind you of the defensive arrangement here after our first couple of pitches. Our umpires ready to go. They were going to have themselves a doubleheader here today. Again, this was originally supposed to be a doubleheader. This game was supposed to be played at 11 in the morning and followed up by a game at 1:30 against the Lincoln Cardinals. Obviously, the temperatures a little low here in Waynesville and much of the Midwest as well. Lincoln deciding to go ahead and cancel their appearance here in this one. So again, Godfrey at the plate. First pitch from Peyton Breeden. It's a pitch swung at up high in the zone. Got him to chase. And we'll go to 0-1. Again, Breeden on the mound. David Vernon behind the plate here for Waynesville. As Breeden fires in the 0-1. It's swung on miss. That's going to be a quick strike too. Wesley Dye at first, Jackson Goforth at second, Ethan Heberling over at short, and Hunter Althusius. He'll be at third base. Here's a pitch inside. Godfrey going to watch it go by for ball one. Out in the outfield, Dylan Smith in right, Zach Emperado in center field, Isaac Martinez over in left. 1-2 now on its way from Breeden. That one swung on, missed, and that'll be strike three. So Breeden starts off his 2023 season with a strikeout. And that'll send us to the plate. The shortstop in Hayden Alley. Laquey 3-12 last season. The year before that, 9-15. First pitch here to Hayden Alley. That one's going to be a bit up high. Ball one. Waynesville coming off of a 4-16 season a year ago. And 4-19 in 2021. 1-0 now. That one's going to be fouled off. First contact made here in the ball game. Fouled off over the streets behind us, and we go 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top of the first. Next pitch from Breeden. That one's right down the market, and we go 1-2. Fans still filing into attendance here. Very few Brave fans here today. All bundled up. The lawn chairs, the blankets, and the whatnot. 1-2 now. Again fouled off. Only sends a line drive down the right field line, but it does hook foul. Stay right here at 1-2. Time call here by the home plate umpire. Laquey going to need to send somebody down the line to go get that foul ball. That stands the count. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 1 away. Breeden fires another one in. Another foul ball. This time to the backstop. And we'll get a third offering here at 1-2. On deck here for Laquey be the center fielder, Connor Harrison. Looks to be a left-handed batter coming up next here for Laquey. Alley, a right-handed batter. A right-hander, Breeden fires one in, and again a foul ball. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight foul balls. Alley not going down without a fight. As he settles back in here. That's the high turtleneck all the way up to the nose. Next 1-2. That one swung on miss. Breeden finally got him to go. There'll be 2 straight strikeouts now for Breeden here in this top of the first. So a good start here. We'll see if Breeden can strike out the side now as he faces again the left-handed batting Connor Harrison. Connor spelled Conner. At least according to Misha. First pitch outside, ball 1. (1-0) the count. Another fastball. This time it swung on missed. And that'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harrison, a junior, watching the 1-1 a bit too low. Breeden going to the breaking ball that time. Falls behind the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. First time tonight, Breeden's been behind in the count, but he's going to bring it back to even now. Another swing and a miss, 4 strike 2. On deck for Laquey, Perry Reed. Again, base paths empty. Here is the 2-2. 2-0, and we go full now for the first time in this contest. 3-2. Full count, 2 outs, nobody on. Breeden through the windup and the pitch. Ground ball over to short. Scooped up by Heberling. Taking his time with the throw, and it's going to be in time. Beat him by a step. 4 out, number 3. So down goes the side here for Laquey in the top of the first. 2 strikeouts and a ground out for starting pitcher Peyton Breeden. We'll go over to the bottom of the first now. We'll see Waynesville to the plate for the first time this season. Of course, we'll take 60 seconds first. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Here once more at the Wayne Bandy Baseball Field here in Waynesville, obviously, as we look for Waynesville to head to the plate for the first time here this season. Still no score. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Tigers, able to retire 3 straight Hornets. Again, Connor Harvard here with you, Z102.3 on this cold, cold Saturday. Of course, Waynesville was supposed to start their season yesterday, but that game also postponed there. So of the 3 games we were supposed to have this weekend, this will be the only one. Of course, we'll get going in earnest next week. A couple games during the week. Of course, Waynesville on spring break for the last few days here, but 2 games next week. I do believe we'll be bringing one of those to broadcast here for you. We'll talk about our broadcast schedule, of course, as we move throughout the rest of the season. But Gage Fleshoot on the mound here for Laquey. He will be the one who gets the call here for this contest. Of course, Laquey coming off of a game just yesterday here. 15-5 against Summersville. Fleshoot, he'll be the one on the mound. So in steps Isaac Martinez, batting from the right-hand side of the plate. He'll be the one to get it going here again. Martinez, Heberling, and Vernon set to go to work here for Waynesville. First pitch to Martinez. Fastball too low. Count goes to 1-0. Still waiting for a game's first base runner. Obviously still very early on in this one. Martinez watching another one go by that's too low. And that'll be ball 2. Did see a full count in the top of the first, but ended up being a ground ball. Next pitch, low and away. That's going to be ball 3. And we might see that first base runner via the walk. 3 straight pitches outside the zone here for Fleshoot to start this bottom of the first. Wind blowing out toward, I believe, center field here today. A little bit toward right. Next pitch, low and away once more. And that'll be the leadoff walk. Martinez finds his way aboard. We'll see what Waynesville can do with it here. We'll see if they can't find that first run of the game. Move them around here, the first one set to do that. How about Ethan Heberling? So Heberling steps in, left-handed batter, batting from the left-hand side of the plate. First pitch to Heberling. Fastball caught the outside half of the zone. It's strike one. Martinez, rather modest lead over at first. Fleshoot looking over his shoulder. Here's a pickoff throw. But getting back there safely, that'll be Martinez. About a 3 or 4 step lead for Martinez over there at first. Gonna have to get into baseball mode after calling softball in the fall. Next pitch is swung on, miss, and that'll be strike two. So we saw 4 straight pitches outside the zone here to Martinez, but now 2 pitches either swung on or taken for strikes. Here is that 0-2 pitch now. Breaking ball stays a bit too low that time, and it's going to be 1-2. Heberling wisely laying off of that one there. On deck, David Vernon. In the hole, Wesley Dye batting cleanup. Here's a pitch, caught the outside half. Martinez takes off for second. He'll have second, but it will be a strikeout at the plate. As Heberling goes down looking, that'll be 1 out. Man in scoring position now here. See if David Vernon is capable of finding himself a base knock into the outfield. That would almost certainly score. Settles in, right-handed batter. First pitch, too low, ball 1. Fleshoot, most of his pitches outside the zone have been low here today. Needs to release that ball just a bit sooner. Create a little air under that baseball. Here's a pitch that's too high, though. Actually gets away from the catcher. Martinez taking off for third. He might be in trouble, but he slides in there safely. Ball was dropped over at third by Perry Reed. That might have actually saved Waynesville at second out. Martinez now standing just 90 feet away. Here with 1 down and a 2-0 count to David Vernon. Here's that 2-0. Swung on, fouled off to the right, and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count here at the plate. Laquey, their corner infielders, now standing on the edge of the grass. Play might be at home if you get that ground ball quick enough. Next pitch, Vernon. Swung on, made contact, but to the catcher's glove it goes. That'll be strike 2. So from 2-0 now, we go to 2-2. Martinez leads off third. Next pitch, too low in the dirt. Nicely dug out, though, behind the plate. Jesse Tanner keeps it in front of him. We simply go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 1 away here in this bottom of the first. Fleshoot comes set. Pickoff throw to third now. He can't put a glove on it, but keeps it in front of him as Martinez gets back in there. Don't see too many pickoff throws toward third. But Fleshoot just checking on over there. Obviously, Martinez, the leadoff batter, usually implies a little bit of speed. Here's the 3-2, too high, and Vernon will draw the walk. So 2 walks and a strikeout. That puts men at the corners now for Waynesville. And it looks like we may have ourselves a pinch runner, or courtesy runner, if you will, here for the catcher, Vernon. Looks like stepping in there, that'll be number 8. Consult my roster here real quick for you. In to run, Aiden Stearns, a senior, will take Vernon's place on the base pass. First and third, 1 away. Up to the plate now, the cleanup hitter, Wesley Dye, settles in. Dye watching the first one drop in, breaking ball for strike 1. Dye, a junior, one of 3 juniors, at least as far as my papers are concerned. Next pitch also taken for a called strike 2, but taking off for second, that will be Vernon. Excuse me, how about Stearns? So no more double play ball. Be second and third now with 1 out. Good opportunity here for Waynesville here in this first. Here's a ground ball back up the middle, and it's going to get by the shortstop. Into the outfield it goes. 1 run is scored. They'll hold up Stearns at third, but Waynesville takes the lead here in this bottom of the first. It'll be 1-0. Sounds like they're going to give an error here on the shortstop. That'll be Hayden Alley. Got by him over there at short. But still results in a run here for the Tigers. Be first and third now. So the first pitch to Zach Emperado. Misses for, I believe, ball 1. So again, Stearns over at third. Next pitch, low and away once more for ball 2. Waynesville, its first lead of the season, coming off of the error. Fleshoot again from the stretch. Next pitch, high and inside. No, they called the corner. 2-1. So 2-1 now. Here to Zach Emperado, center fielder. One of the many seniors. Here's a swing. Soft ground ball over towards short. Stearns going home here. Fleshoot going to go home. Over at first. Emperado's safe, but now Stearns caught in a rundown, but they throw it away. And Stearns will get on back over to third. So Stearns stays over at third. Dye moves over to second. Now you have Emperado over on first. It'll be ruled a fielder's choice, as the intended play was to go home. But it will be bases loaded now for Waynesville. And again, only 1 out. So big spot here for the next batter up, Hunter Althusius. Again, one of those juniors here coming up with the bases loaded. First pitch swinging freely. Ground ball over towards second. Throw's going to go home. They have to touch the plate. He's going to be safe. Stearns got his foot on the bag. It was a forced play at the plate, but Tanner did not have his foot on the bag. So another fielder's choice, but another run comes home to score, and we still have bases loaded with 1 out. So Stearns will score. Dye moves to third. Emperado to second. Now Althusius finds his way on with a second straight fielder's choice. First pitch now to the seventh batter. Here in the Waynesville lineup now, Peyton Breeden. Gets by the catcher. Not deep enough, though, to send Dye home from third. It just simply goes 1-0. So again, Breeden, he's your starting pitcher. Got the 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Now looking to do some damage and help his own cause. 1-0 misses high once more. It's 2-0. 2-0. 2-0 score. Next pitch from Fleshoot. Ground ball over towards short. Alley going to pick it up on a hop here. Throw's going to go to first. Breeden trying to beat it out, but he won't. Meanwhile, though, 2 runs will come home to score. It's a 2-run ground out. Don't see those all too often there, but able to take advantage of the awareness shown by the Laquey defense. Make it 4-0 now in favor of Waynesville. Both Dye and Emperado come home to score. Althusius moves to second, and again, Breeden, he'll get 2 RBIs. 2 RBI, 6-3 ground out. Obviously, you like to find your way on base, but I think you'll take it. Dylan Smith now at the plate. First pitch, misses, ball 1. Second pitch, up high, ball 2. Again, 4-0 your score now. Smattering of runs to start this ball game. Next pitch, swung on, missed, 4-1. Dylan Smith, your right fielder. He's a senior, batting from the right-hand side. Next pitch on the way, too low, that'll be ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And only over on second. First base is currently empty. Huge lead over at second. Now Fleshoot's going to step off. Rather sizable lead as Althusius does a little dance out there with the shortstop, Alley. Fleshoot going to send it home, though. The 3-1. Caught the lower half. We go full. Again, 2 outs. Count is full. Fleshoot again still working from that stretch. Fakes a throw over towards second. But Althusius dives back in. Time called at the plate now. Smith steps out. Now going back in. Again, we await that 3-2 pitch. Althusius comes set, and the payoff. Swung on, missed. Strike 3. And that will end the inning. But Waynesville is able to pick up 4 runs in their first inning of the 2023 season. Those 4 runs come on no hits, but there was 1 error, and there was 1 man left over on base. It's 4 runs you'll take as we move on into the top of the second here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville. It's Waynesville 4, Laquey nothing. We'll come back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
4-0 our score as we head on in to the top of the second. Again, here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville, the Tigers 4 runs on no hits, taking advantage of an error, a couple walks, and a couple fielder's choices there as well. 2 RBIs for Peyton Breeden, also in that inning on a 6-3 ground out. So, interesting scenario there for Waynesville, putting bat to ball, not necessarily picking up the hits, but doing what they needed to take a quick lead in this one. Connor Harvey here with you, Z102.3. First pitch to Gage Fleshu on its way, high and inside. That'll be ball 1. Again, Peyton Breeden back on the mound for his second inning of work. Actually, no, it'll be Perry Reed at the plate, excuse me. 7s sometimes look like 2s and whatnot. Next pitch, low and away, but it's called for a strike. Count evens up now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breeden from the windup. Quickly working in the 1-1. That one's fouled off to the right and out of play. And Breeden will get ahead in the count now, 1-2. Breeden a couple strikeouts. Again, got that 1-2-3 top of the first. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Here's the next 2-strike pitch. Misses inside, but the breaking ball, 2-2. And obviously these two towns not too far apart. Got a sizable Laquey gathering here today. Next 2-strike pitch, swung on, check swing, but he missed it. They'll say he went around on it, didn't make contact either, and that'll be out number 1. 3rd strikeout today here for Breeden. Reed wasn't too sure there about that swing, but did go a little bit too far. So, first one already down. Here is Gage Fleshu now, for sure. His first pitch is called on the outside edge for strike 1. A 1 now on its way. There's a swing and a foul ball off to the right and out of play. We quickly go now 0-2. Fleshu, 5th batter in the lineup. Of course, the opposing pitcher. Our pitcher v. pitcher matchup. Honestly, saw it once more in the bottom of the first with Breeden getting the better of Fleshu, even though eventually would ground out. 0-2 now, way up high, above the helmet of Fleshu. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and again, 1 away. Long windup and the pitch. Breaking ball drops in there. Strike 3 called. Got it to go in. That'll be strikeout number 4 now. Here for Breeden. Second straight inning, he's opened up with a couple strikeouts. And we'll see if he can maybe strike out the side here in this second. Here comes the catcher, Jesse Tanner. Tanner, right-handed batter, batting from on the left side of the plate. First pitch, low and away. It's ball 1. 1-0 now. Next offering, again low and away. Ball 2. So 2 quick balls here. Tanner at the plate. Ryder Martin on deck. Isaiah Boggs waiting in the hole. Here's the 2-0. That one gets away from Vernon, but it's too low, and that'll be ball 3. Time call here. The umpire going to take it upon himself to go to the backstop there. Get that baseball. Again, with the base paths empty, it's usually on the on-deck player to go get it there. But to count the plate, 3-0. Next pitch on the way, swung on. Maybe chased it a bit up high. It's 3-1. Laquey still looking for their first base runner. Perhaps can find it here with a wayward pitch from Breeden. Here is the 3-1. Swung on. Well, hit will do just fine. Here's a line drive out and towards center. Diving after it's Emperado, but it gets by him. He'll have to run backwards to go pick it up here. But it'll end up being just a single for Tanner as he'll settle in over at first. It's our game's first hit of the day. Coming on the Laquey side of things. Again, Emperado, a solid effort out there to try to dive after it. But came up just a bit too short. So Tanner picks up the 2-out single and brings us to the second baseman, Ryder Mark. So 2 outs, man on first. First pitch here to Ryder Mark. Fastball, outside edge for strike 1. Ahead in the count, now working from the stretch. Here's that 0-1. Ground ball over toward third. Takes a short hop, picked up here on the run. Althusius with the throw in time. And that'll be out number 3. So despite the base hit, Laquey, they find no runs. No runs on the one hit. There were no errors. And there was one runner left over on base. Let's go head on into the bottom of the second now. Again, Waynesville looking to add some more runs to this lead. They lead this one here at 4-0. Back in 60 seconds. Listen to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here, Z102.3.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Gage Fleshoot still going through his warm-up tosses as we come back in the bottom of the second here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville. Waynesville Tigers, they lead this one over the Laquey Hornets 4-0. Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3. Apologies, had to listen to that song there for a second. Haven't heard the Hives in a while. But either way here, Waynesville, 4 runs on no hits. We're able to get their way around the base paths there. A couple of walks in the inning, an error, a couple fielders' choices. Did the trick. But we'll see if Waynesville can maybe find themselves a few base hits here in this half inning. They'll have 9, 1, and 2 set to go to the plate. 8 batters there in that first inning. Final pitch from Fleshoot and a throw on down to second. And for the first time, we'll see the second baseman. Here comes Jackson Goforth. Goforth settling in, right-handed batter. Sophomore, getting his first look at the plate. No, excuse me, can't read the lines. How about a junior? Goforth is, as he watches the first pitch fall in there, right down the middle of the plate, 4-1. Next pitch here for Fleshoot. Line drive, sent over towards short. Played on a hop, though. Throw over to first is going to be fielded over there for the out. Nicely dug out there. Isaiah Boggs, the first baseman. Throw was in the dirt. But Boggs able to put a glove on it there. No, excuse me. What did they call? Time's going to be called here. Out from the dugout. Comes the Waynesville coaching staff here, but what's the call? Looks like it is going to be, well, let's see. Still kind of discussing things over there. Goforth still hanging out over on first. But now our two umpires, they're going to have themselves a meeting of the minds. So while we wait for a result here, I want to go ahead and remind you, our next broadcast, very likely going to be next Thursday, right here in Waynesville. We've got a mix of Waynesville and Frisco League action for you this season. But that next broadcast will be the 23rd. Waynesville will be taking on Capital City. That'll be an evening matchup. Look forward to that one. But the call is going to be out, and so Goforth will be retired to begin the inning. 6-3 to put out. And now he returns to the top of the lineup here. Back to the plate comes Isaac Martinez. First pitch here to Martinez, swung on, fouled off to the right, now to play for strike one. Martinez still looking for an at-bat here in this one. Does have a plate appearance. He walked, later came around to score. Did have a stolen base in there as well. Stole second. Here is the 0-1, breaking ball. They're going to say he caught the upper edge. That'll be strike two. No balls, 2 strikes now. Next pitch. Low in the dirt, swung on, miss, but going to be heading down that first base line. He's going to get in there safely. So it'll be a strikeout, but the drop third strike means Martinez, he moves on over to first. On base for the second time today without a hit, but we'll see what Waynesville can do with this base runner. Now now 1 out in the inning still. And for the second time, Ethan Heberling. Third strikeout of the day for Fleshoot. Heberling steps back in. His first time up. Struck out looking. We're going to correct that here. First pitch outside. Tanner coming out of his stance to field that one. 1-0. On deck again, David Vernon, who reached on a walk himself here. But before we get to this 1-0, Tanner coming up all the way to the mound to talk things over with Fleshoot. Fleshoot, a talented basketball player, as I found out this winter. Led the team in scoring, if I do remember. Here's a bunt laid down. Heading down the first base side is Heberling. Throw over to first. Not fielded cleanly. He'll get by him, and everybody's safe. Rounding third is Martinez. He's going to hold up at third. Now they're going to send him, and he's going to get in there. Make it 5-0 on the throwing error. So Martinez goes all the way from first to score on the play. What was originally just supposed to be a bunt. It'll be an error on the catcher. Actually, no. It'll be an error on the first baseman, Boggs. Won't say it's a throwing error. It's actually more of a catching error on that one. Throw was good. Just didn't put the ball in the glove. And so, make it 5-0 now in favor of Waynesville. Man on second. First pitch here to David Vernon. Too high for the catcher to handle. Over to third now goes Heberling. He'll go down as a wild pitch. 1-0 at the plate. Vernon's first time up, he walked. Walked and later scored one of those 4 runs. Here's a throw over to third. That gets by the third baseman. And coming home to score will be Heberling. So that'll be an error. That'll be an error on Fleshoot. And that'll make it a 6th run here for Waynesville. They lead 6-0.
6 Tigers.
Trying to pick off Vernon, trying to catch him napping. Excuse me, not Vernon, but Heberling over at third. Simply threw it away. So Waynesville has already increased their lead a little bit here in this second. Still only 1 down. Next pitch here to Vernon's up high. Make that 2-0. Next pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball. Sent out towards right center. Getting underneath it out there is the right fielder Gray. He'll make the catch. Vernon's retired. 4 out, number 2. So Vernon's retired here, and that brings us back to the cleanup hitter. Wesley Dye to the plate.
Wesley Dye.
Dye reached on an error, 0 for 1 in the contest. Reached on an error by the shortstop, but later did come home to score. First pitch up high, it's ball 1. On deck, Zach Emperato. Here's a swing, contact made, but into the glove of the catcher it goes. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch from Fleshu. Swung on, missed the breaking ball there. 1-2 now. Dye a little bit out in front of that breaking ball. There's a choke up. Protect that batter's box. Protect that strike zone. 1-2 now. Watched it go by. 2-0. 2-2. That one was definitely a close one. Smart play by Dye to hold up. Next pitch. That one's in the dirt. That one's a little more decisive. 3-2 now. Bounces back to the backstop here. Full count. Here again with 2 away. Getting nobody on base. Next pitch. Swung on. Pop up. Second baseman underneath. Martin, but he can't make the grab. Another error here on Laquey. As Dye runs it out. He stands now over on first. 4th error of the game here on Laquey. Into the plate now, Zach Emperato. What else did we learn there? That's why you run down the baselines even on a pop-up. Dye hustling up there, did find the bag. First pitch here to Emperato, high and inside, over the top, ball 1. Emperato, his first time, grounded into what was a fielder's choice, but he did find the bag. Was able to get himself aboard. Came that 4th and final run of the first inning. Next pitch inside, it's ball 2. 2-0 here. Next pitch, down the middle of the plate, ground ball into the outfield. That'll be a base hit. That's Waynesville's first hit of the game. But Emperato finds himself a gap and gets aboard here. First and second now with 2 outs for Hunter Althusius. Up to this point, Waynesville's got it done with fielder's choices and errors. Balls walks here and there, but that time, just a good old-fashioned ground ball into the gap. So, with men on first and second and 2 away, here's Althusius once more. He'll swing away at the first pitch. Foul ball off. Over into right field. Strike 1. Althusius also reached on a fielder's choice, but was left stranded over on second in that inning. Getting his second look here in the second inning. Next pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Strike 2. Our umpire has a very wide strike zone here today. I will go ahead and say that right now. 0-2 now. Here's a line drive sent back up the middle for another base hit. Rounding third will be Dye. He will come home to score. Heading toward third is Emperato. He'll be there safely. It'll be an RBI single here for Hunter Althusius. Caught all of that one. Dye scores easily. And again, Emperato finds his way over to third. It'll be runners at the corners now. Off of 2 straight singles. Make it now 7-0 in favor of Waynesville. First pitch here to Peyton Breeden, too low, 4 ball 1. Althusius sent over to second, no throw down. Make that second and third now with 2 away. 1-0. Swung on, pops out of Tanner's glove, but it will be strike 2. Excuse me. How about 1-1 now? Next pitch from Fleshu. Well outside. That'll be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here. You've got Emperato on third, Althusius on second. Next pitch. Up high, ball 3. First base is empty. Walk here loads the bases. On deck, Dylan Smith. Next pitch, inside. That'll be ball 4. Breeden draws the walk. So Breeden finds his way aboard as well. Make that now 4 straight base runners here for Waynesville.
Number 12, Dylan Smith.
With those bases loaded, here comes Dylan Smith. Before we get to Smith, another pinch runner here, who will be checking in here. Looks like Eli Vore will come in to run. Of course, courtesy runner. You can get one for the pitcher and catcher. So Vore, the sophomore, he will take the place over at first. First pitch now to Smith. Low inside, ball 1. Emperado on third. Ducius on second. Breeden over on first. 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch, tying outside, ball 2. Honestly, nowhere for Smith to go, at least on the Laquey side. Walk does draw in a run. Good time to be accurate with their pitches. Here's a ground ball over to third. Play will, well, should have gone over to first, but there's going to be no throw. Everybody advances a bag and make it 8-0 now. Ball was fielded cleanly on the ground ball by Reed, but he turned to look at third. Nobody covering third. And so everybody just advances. It'll go down as what is essentially another fielder's choice. But that does make it an 8-0 ball game in favor of Waynesville. So Waynesville's officially batted around here in this second. 10th batter to the plate now. Man who started the inning, Jackson Goforth. Takes a first pitch strike. Watches the next pitch. About eye level for ball 1. 8-0 our score. 2 4-run innings for Waynesville. A base hit here, or maybe some more shenanigans. Could add more with those bases loaded. Here's a ground ball back to the mound. Fleshoot going to flip it over to home plate. Tanner has his foot on the bag, and that'll do it here for this second inning. So, 10 batters come to the plate here for... 10 batters come to the plate here for Waynesville. They pick up another 4 runs. This time 4 runs on 2 hits. There was 3 errors in the inning, and there was 3 runners left over on base. Top of the third on the way here in Waynesville. Again, Wayne Bandy Baseball Field back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in 0 sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Back here once more at the Wayne Bandy Baseball Field here in Waynesville. Sorry, song selection. I'm always distracted during the baseball season by the song choices around here. But either way, 8-0 our score as we enter the top of the third. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 coming up here for the Laquey Hornets. Again, Laquey trying to put a run on the board here. Waynesville's put up 2 4 spots in the first couple of innings. So Isaiah Boggs will step in. His first chance at the plate here in this one. Connor Harbert, Z102.3, first pitch to Boggs, high and inside, it's ball 1. I don't know why I don't get distracted during basketball season. But maybe it's the crowd mic. I'm getting a little more noise into my headphones than I really have since I arrived here. 1-0, outside, 2-0. No changes yet for the Waynesville defensive arrangement. Breeden still on the mound, Peyton Breeden. Here's a hard hit ground ball over towards short. Scooping it up, Heverling, throw to first, in time, fielded by Dye for a quick out number 1. The grass here at Wayne Bandy Field seems to eat these ground balls up rather quickly. Got to put that ball in the air if you really want to get it on by. That's what Waynesville was able to do in the previous half inning on their couple of hits. First pitch here to Lane Gray, swung on, missed. That's strike one. Breeden today, 4 strikeouts. 3 swinging, 1 looking. Delivers the next pitch, caught the inner edge, 4 strike 2. Already has Gray in a deep hole here. Looking for that 5th strikeout of the game. Through the windup and the pitch. And there it is, caught the corner. 3 straight pitches in the zone. For a strikeout looking. 2 down now, first 2 batters gone. Bringing us now to the shortstop, Hayden Alley.
Carson for the Hornets.
And by that, I actually mean the left fielder, Carson Godfrey. First pitch here to Godfrey. It's taken, ball 1. Godfrey, first time to the plate. He struck out swinging. That was, of course, to start off the ball game back in the top of the first. Watches the 1-0 in there. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 now. Up high in the zone, but swung through it anyway, 1-2. So Breeden back ahead of things here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. And the next pitch. Going back to the breaking ball, but stays high, 4 ball, 2. Godfrey making the adjustments there. Pitch about the same height as the pitch prior. But he holds off of that one. 2-2 now. On its way, it looks good, and it's going to be called as such. Strike 3. Breeden strikes out Godfrey looking to end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning here for Waynesville. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. They will take that 8-run lead into the bottom of the third. A chance to add on even more here in this bottom half of the inning. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball. It's right here on Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
Back to it here, the Wayne Bandy baseball field here in Waynesville. Time for the Tigers to come back to the plate here. They hold a massive lead over Laquey after 2.5 here. It's 8-0 in favor of the Tigers. Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3. 2 4 spots for Waynesville in each of the first 2 innings. We'll see if they can add maybe 4 more, maybe even more. We'll see if they can get to Gage Fleshoot here, who comes back out onto the mound for his 3rd inning of war. Set to bat here for Waynesville. It'll be 1, 2, and 3. We'll have your top of the lineup set to hit here for Waynesville. The Martinez, Heberling, and Vernon. Again, 8 runs on 2 hits here today for the Tigers. Most of their work has come on walks, on field choices, also 4 Laquey errors here today. Waynesville just kind of taking advantage of maybe a few Laquey mistakes here and there. But those 2 hits did come back in the second. We'll see if those bats continue to warm up here. See if they can maybe create a little bit of chaos themselves here. As the final pitch comes in, throw down to second. And, of course, Fleshoot will take that ball back as we get ready for our first matchup here at the bottom of the third. Fleshoot and Martinez. Martinez settling in for the 3rd time here in this one. Martinez on base. In each of the first 2 innings. First pitch. Going to be grounded ball over towards short. Alley coming up on it. Throw to first is wide. Did he have it? Yes, he did. Boggs able to stretch out and grab that one for what will be the first out of the inning. So Martinez retired for the first time today. I was about to say he actually has scored twice for the Tigers in this one. But he'll be sent back to the dugout here, one away for Ethan Heberling. Heberling 0 for 2 in this one, but did reach base back in the second, reached on an error. Eventually came around to score in that second. First pitch is outside, ball one. Our strike zone's tightened up a little bit here in the last couple of half innings. 1-0 now. Fastball in at the knees, strike one. Heberling at the plate, David Vernon on deck. See Dye and Emperado if we go any farther than that. Here's a hard hit ground ball down the first base side. Boggs able to keep it in front of him though. So he'll pick it up and take it to the bag himself for a quick out number 2.
Setting up, and up to bat.
So 2 consecutive outs here for Waynesville to start off the third. Their streak of 4 spots in danger here. Maybe even that scoring streak. See what the Tigers can do here. Here is David Vernon. Vernon, first pitch swinging. Here's a high fly ball out towards center. Underneath, Connor Harrison, but he missed it. And that'll be ruled a base hit. Harrison lost that one, I presume, in the sun out there. Did not put glove to ball, so it will go down as a base hit for Vernon. Waynesville's third hit of the day. This will be exchanged with the pinch runner. It looks like Aiden Stearns will once again be sent out to run for Waynesville. Bringing Wesley Dye to the plate. So here's Dye, 0 for 2. But reached base each of the first 2 innings. Chased a pitch high here, strike one. Twice now has reached on an error by the shortstop. And each of his trips to the plate, he's ended up scoring. Represents 2 of those 8 runs. Here's a swing. Foul ball. Off to the right. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Dye finds himself in a deep hole here. And over at first, Aiden Stearns. Courtesy runner for the catcher Vernon. Here's a swing, miss. Breaking ball got him. And that'll end the inning. So, Waynesville nothing doing here in this bottom of the third. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. And there was 1 runner left over on base. Top of the fourth we go here in Waynesville. Still 8-0 in favor of the Tigers. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Heading on into the 4th inning here in Waynesville. 8-0 our score. The Tigers, they currently lead the Laquey Hornets. It's Peyton Breeden heads on in for his 4th inning of work. He will be facing 2, 3, and 4 here in this Hornets lineup. It's Connor Harbaugh here with you, Z102.3. And glad you joined me for our first broadcast of the season. Bit of a false start there. We're supposed to start at 11 a.m., but because of the temperatures outside, very, very cold. Actually, I haven't checked the temperature in quite a while, but hanging around that freezing line all day. Lincoln ended up deciding it was better off to just go ahead and cancel. So, Waynesville and Laquey battling it out here. 0-1 count to Hayden Alley. Make it a 1-1 count as Breeden delivers a fastball low and away. First game of the season for Waynesville. All in all here. Supposed to play Conway yesterday. That game also postponed because of the weather. 1-1. Another pitch low and away for ball 2. Actually, they did say field conditions were the reason. Here's the 2-1. Shallow line drive. Ends up in foul territory. Strike 2. More like a pop-up there, but Breeden will get his second strike here on Alley. Now he's 0 for 1 today. Did strike out back in the first. Struck out swinging. Breeden a 6 strikeout day here today. Here's that 2-2. Runs inside. Alley ducking underneath it. 3-2. Three-two now, full count. Breeden next pitch away. Again made contact, but fouled it behind us. We'll just stay right where we're at, 3-2. Alley shaking things out there again. It's very cold. Very, very cold. I think you probably already know that. But swinging a baseball bat's not always the funnest thing in these kinds of temperatures. 3-2, next one. High and inside, ball 4. And Alley will draw the leadoff walk.
To bat for the Hornets, number 8, Connor.
First walk given up here by Breeden today. Just a second base runner. See how he works around it here. 32 degrees. Right at that freezing line. Here's a swing and a miss. Throw down to first. Alley diving back safely. Connor Harrison at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. 6-3 the put out. Guess I should go ahead and check what the weather's going to be like on Thursday next week. Well, rain. Lovely. Next pitch. Harrison fouling it off here. And that'll make it 0-2. Again, like I said, our next scheduled broadcast would be next Thursday. Waynesville set to play host to Capital City. Maybe if we get that rain, might have something to say about it. I have to just kind of cross our fingers on that one. The joys of March. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch here to Harrison. That one runs inside, and I think it caught him, and it did. It's going to be a dead ball here, hit by pitch. A walk and a hit by pitch to start things out. And for the first time tonight, Laquey's got a runner in scoring position. It'll be first and second, nobody out. Here for Perry Reed. So Reed settling in, second time tonight, 0 for 1. Struck out back in the second. First pitch runs inside. It's ball 1. On deck, Gage Fleshoot in the hole, Jesse Tanner. He holds Laquey's 1 hit today. Next pitch, line drive, back up the middle. It'll get down here. Actually, the throw will go to second. They do retire 1 runner. So it'll be a fielder's choice. The ball came off the bat rather quickly, kind of died out there. Again, it's very windy. Now I see the wind's kind of blowing back toward the infield. Kind of just died out there. So they're able to retire Harrison. Alley moves over to third. And Reed does make his way on into first with a fielder's choice. 1 away, runners at the corners now. First pitch to Fleshoot, too low, ball 1.
2 Gage for the
Fleshoot's also 0 for 1. Again, another strikeout victim back in the second. 1-0 delivered in. In there, caught the lower outside corner. 1-1. One and 1 the count. Here to Fleshoot. First and third. Next pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman. Go for it. This could be a double play. Throw to first. No, too wide. And Laquey will have their first run of the game. They got the runner over at second. There will be 2 down. But Laquey does score their first run. Here on the ground ball back up the middle by Fleshoot. He now stands over on first. Double play there would have kept Laquey off the board.
Back for the Hornets, 13.
But the throw is just a bit too wide for Dye to handle. Goes down as another fielder's choice. Gotten my fair share of those tonight. Runner on first, 2 away here for Jesse Tanner. First pitch ruled outside, ball 1. Tanner again holds Laquey's lone hit here in this one. Came back in his appearance in the second. It was a single. Single toward the outfield. And Emperado trying to make the diving stop on that ball out there in center. But it ended up getting by him. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Breeden looking over his shoulder over at first. Now delivers the 1-strike pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. Tanner at the plate, Ryder Martin on deck. And Isaiah Boggs waiting after that. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, left base, left side. Fielded cleanly over there. But in foul territory, 2-2. Another 2-strike count here. Again, 2 away, 2's across the board. Wind continues to blow out there. Next pitch, swung on, missed. Strike 3. And that does end the inning. Laquey does find their first run of the ball game, though. It comes on. No hits. 1 run on no hits. There were no errors. And there was 1 runner left on base. So, into the bottom of the 4th we go. It's now a 7-run ball game here, but Waynesville still leads here at 8-1. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville, 8-1 our score. Waynesville coming out quickly here in this one. They lead by 7 over the Laquey Hornets. It's Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Glad you could join me. Again, our first broadcast of the season will not be our last. We've got plenty of Waynesville baseball here. We've also got plenty of Frisco League action as well. I'm very proud. We don't run into any snags, any kind of weather issues. We will have at least one game for all 9 teams in the Frisco League here this season, including our only Waynesville road trip, at least on my schedule here so far in this season. See Waynesville visit Laquey a little bit later on in the year. Real excited to share that schedule with you. Still kind of working out some kinks. First pitch here, too. Zach Imperato is a pop fly, right side of the infield, but out of play. And we go 0-1. Of course, in my excitement to get out here today, left my schedule back in my office, back in my studio, if you will. Did not commit it to memory just yet, so I'll have to tell you about it some other day. Here's a swing and a foul ball off to the backstop for strike 2. Again, our next broadcast is next Thursday. That's what we're planning on, weather notwithstanding. Waynesville will be back here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field for a matchup with Capital City. Here's the 0-2 now. Breaking ball way up high. 1-2. Imperato in this one, he's 1 for 2. He's reached base both times, though. He scored both times. Had a single back in the second, but here's a swing and a miss. Kind of got held up on that one there a bit. No strikeout for out number 1.
Next,
So Imperato retired for the first time today. Here comes Hunter Althusius. Althusius, another 1 for 2 hitter today. An RBI single in the second inning. First pitch over his head, ball 1. Has not scored a run yet tonight, but he did drive home a run. Next pitch, 1-0, too low in the dirt, ball 2. Of course, Althusius finding himself a nice hard hit ball up the middle. 2-0 now. Takes it outside edge for strike 1. So a strike back now for Gage Fleshu, who remains out on the mound. From the windup, the 2-1. That time it's too far outside, and it's 3-1. Three balls, one strike, and the next offering up high. That'll be ball 4. Althusius will draw himself the 1-out walk. Reaches base for the third time here in this contest. We'll see if this time he can bring it around to score. Oh, man, set to try to bring him around. Well, that'll be Peyton Breeden. Breeden going to settle in. Working on an 0-for-1 day, but 0-for-1 with 2 RBIs. Had himself a 2 RBI ground out back in the first. First pitch here to Breeden. Bit high, ball 1. Throw down to first. Not in time, Althusius finds his way back in. So a ground out in the first, walk in the second. Breeden stand in. His pinch runner, left stranded over on second. Here's a pitch that's called strike 1. But taking off for second is Althusius. He'll have the stolen base. No throw down. Althusius takes himself the extra bat. Here's the 1-1. Hard hit fly ball out towards center. Backing up on it, Harrison. It's off his glove. That's going to be an error. Rounding third is Althusius. He's going to try to come home and score, and he will. Finds his way in there. Breeden will settle over at first. Again, it's a Laquey error that makes it 9-1 in favor of Waynesville.
Out to bat, number 12.
So Althusius comes home to score from second, as once again we see Eli Vore take the place of Breeden over at first.
This one.
And as Vore settles in over there, we see once more for the third time, Dylan Smith. At the 5th error of the ball game here by Laquey. That time by the center fielder Harrison. 9-1 our score. First pitch here to Dylan Smith. Chops it one way up in the zone. Throw down to first. Close play, but Vore gets his hand back in safely. Smith trying to chop that one. Risky move. Sometimes you catch those. Sometimes you send those out to the outfield, but still, success rate on those kinds of pitches not too high. Not enough to make it worth it. Here's a throw over to first once more. Ball gets by. Vore taking off towards second here. Throw's going to go to second, but Vore finds his way in. So that'll be another error here. 6th error of the game on Laquey. That'll be an error on the pitcher. That gets Vore over to second. So runner in scoring position here. 0-1 count at the plate. Next pitch. That gets by Tanner. Taking off for third now is Vore. And he'll get in there. So that's a wild pitch. That gets Vore over to third. And Waynesville perhaps has its 10th run, standing just 90 feet away. It's a 1-1 count at the plate. Next pitch to Smith. Swung on, made contact, but fouls it off to the backstop, 1-2. Smith's day, he's 0 for 2, by the way. Strikeout and a fielder's choice. Left stranded over on first in the second inning. Next pitch. Thought it was high, but it's going to be ruled a strike, and that'll be strike 3 called. So Smith will strike out looking. And with 2 outs and a runner over on first, here comes the 9th batter in the lineup, Jackson Goforth.
3, Jackson Goforth.
So Goforth going to try to bring that runner home from third. Launch the first pitch in there for a called strike 1. Gage Fleshoot out of the stretch. Delivers the 0-1 now. Comes back in, catches the inner half for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, swung on, ground ball over towards short. Alley playing it, throw to first, in time, and that'll do it here for the 4th. So, 1 run does come across here for Waynesville in this bottom of the 4th. A run off of an error. There were 2 errors in the inning. 1 run on no hits. 2 errors and a 1 runner left on base. So Waynesville, they push it back out to an 8-run lead as we approach the top of the 5th. 9-1 our score. Waynesville over Laquey. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
New player in the ball game here for Waynesville, out in right field as we get going here in this top of the 5th. Apologies for the delay. Forgot to turn my mic back up there for you real quick here, but checking into the ball game for the first time, Aiden Seaman. He'll be the one replacing Dylan Smith out in right field. Gets his first look out there. Again, a senior. Otherwise, no changes out there. So, again, top of the 5th, 9-1 our score in favor of Waynesville. Peyton Breeden still on the mound, delivers the first pitch to Ryder Martin. Misses inside, it's ball 1. Connor Harvey here with you, Z102.3. 7, 8, and 9 set to bat here for the Hornets. 0-1. It's going to be a ground ball sent over towards the second base side. Moving over toward his dive. Breeden, he'll cover first. They'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So 3-1 will be the put out there.
Bat number 21.
Nicely done there by Waynesville. Field that short ground ball. Breeden make his way over to cover the bag so that Dye could make the play himself. With 1 away, that brings us to Isaiah Boggs. First pitch missing high, ball 1. Boggs 0 for 1 with a ground out. 6-3 ground out back in the 3rd. 1 out, top of the 5th. Next pitch, good looking pitch. Ruled as such, strike 1. Slider across the zone there. Caught enough of the plate to even up the count. Next pitch from Breeden. Foul ball off to the net. Strike 2 now. On deck here, Lane Gray. We'll definitely see Gray with just 1 away. After that, we return to the top of the lineup once more for Laquey. Carson Godfrey waiting in the wings. 1-2, too far inside. It's 2-2 now. And the next one, Breeden working quickly now. Pop fly, right side, but again, out of play. Stay right here at 2-2. Breeden wasting no time up there. Set his feet, fires it on in there. Something that most pitchers should learn nowadays at every level. The introduction to the pitch clock. Top of the level. Good old Major League Baseball. Some hijinks in spring training. 2-2 now. Check swing. Did he go around? They're going to say he did. And Breeden will have himself another strikeout. Swinging strikeout here. 2 up, 2 down. Now for Laquey in the top of the 5th.
Batter, number 9.
And that'll bring us to the number 9 hitter once more in Lane Gray. For Breeden. How about?
Stand is open.
8 strikeouts. First pitch here to Lane Gray. One of those 8 strikeouts today for 1. First one drops low. It's 1-0. This pitch fired in. Again, too low. This time gets away from Vernon, but nobody aboard to take advantage of it. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch from Breeden. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He'll get a strike back here. Now looks to even that count up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, that's a foul ball. Breeden succeeds in evening up the count. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Again, 2s across the board here in this top of the 5th. 9-1 in favor of Waynesville. Base paths empty. 2-strike pitch, ground ball, over towards short. Heberling can't make the play on it, and Gray will be safe over at first. That'll be Waynesville's first error of the game. It'll be an error on Heberling. Got in front of it, but all took a hop on him there. Ricochets off the glove. So Gray stands now over at first. Return to the top of the lineup here. Carson Godfrey watching one catch the corner here for a called strike 1. See if Waynesville's able to work around that 2-out base runner now. We need 1 out to do it. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Maybe even just 1 pitch away from doing it. Put a nice pitch in there, get a swing and a miss, or just drop it in the zone. Here is that swing and a miss, and there you go. So Waynesville quickly working through that error. Their first error of the game, but otherwise, no runs, no hits. Was 1 error, and there was 1 runner left over on base. Bottom of the 5th now here at Wayne Bandy Baseball Field in Waynesville. Again, it's an 8-run lead for Waynesville. They lead 9-1. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here at Z102.3.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here once more, the Wayne Bandy Baseball Field here in Waynesville. New player out there in right field for Laquey. Just trying to get you a name on that. Might need a little help from friends here in the box, but we do know there is a new player out there. We'll get it eventually. But Waynesville back up to the plate here. It is the bottom of the 5th. They lead this one 9-1 over the Laquey Hornets. Trying to add just a couple more runs here. A couple of runs would call this a ball game. For that run rule. Warm-up toss is complete here. Apologies. Figuring some things out there. But looks like the player not on my roster. Huh. So we'll call him Mason for now. Out there in right field, replacing Lane Gray. But first one to the plate here for Waynesville. And that'll be top of the order. Isaac Martinez once again stepping in. Big swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 1. Connor Harvey here with you. Z102.3. Again, Waynesville looking for a couple of runs here, leading by 8. Here's a swing, line drive, sent out towards center field. It gets down for a base hit. So a quick base runner here for the Waynesville Tigers. Martinez finds his first hit of the day. On base for the 3rd time in this game, though. In fact, represents 2 of those 9 runs currently for Waynesville. Waynesville's 4th hit of the day. That brings us to Ethan Heberling. Heberling has reached base 1 in 3 tries today. First pitch, low and away. Throw down to second. Not in time. Martinez has himself the stolen base. It's a 1-0 count at the plate. Martinez's second stolen base of the ball game now. Both times taking second. And again, a 1-0 count. Next pitch. Misses. Ball 2. So Heberling again, he's 0 for 3. But did reach base in the second on an error by the first baseman. Struck out in the first, grounded out to first base unassisted, back in the third. Next pitch, that also gets away from the catcher Tanner. And Martinez takes over third. It will be a called strike here, so 2-1. That'll be ruled a pass ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Heberling, batting from the left-hand side. Here's that 1 strike pitch, well outside, ball 3. On deck here, Dave and Vernon. Nobody out. Here's a ground ball over towards second. This should score the run. Flip over to first is in there, but Martinez does score from third. So it'll be an RBI ground out for Heberling. 4-3 the put out. And Waynesville makes this a 10-1 game. And it looks like we'll have ourselves maybe a pitching change. Still looks like a pitching change here for Laquey. So it looks like they're going to just go ahead and make themselves... Well, they're just going to go ahead and swap a couple players here. But Ryder Martin will be the new pitcher. We'll go ahead and take 60 seconds as he goes through his warm-up tosses. We'll come back and get you going here. We'll continue on with this bottom of the 5th. But again, 10-1 your score. Waynesville, they lead by 9 over Laquey. Back in 60, you're listening to Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Let's just try not to embarrass ourselves and everything will be fine.
Is that a Pepsi Vanilla?
Oh no, please not here, not now.
Oh, too late. Steve, it's flavor time, baby, and we're coming to you live with the smoothest cat in the city, Pepsi Vanilla.
No, it's not flavor time.
With a flavor so rich and a taste so smooth. It's delicious. It's refreshing.
Dude, seriously, does this always have to happen when you drink Pepsi Vanilla?
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Pepsi Vanilla, now available in 0 sugar. That's what I like.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Dave and Vernon a swing and a miss as we get back to it here in the bottom of the 5th. Base paths empty, 10-1 our score. Again with 1 away. Vernon facing an 0-1 count. Ryder Martin, the new pitcher in the ball game here for Laquey. Gage Fleshoot, he moves on over to second. Just a 1-for-1 swap there. Martin coming in from second base. This delivers the next pitch. Too low. And the next delivery in the zone. No, also too low. Wow. So 2 pitches outside the zone here. Makes it 2-1 now. Again, 1 away. Next pitch. Vernon going to let it go by. Misses inside for ball 3. So Vernon ahead in the count here. 3-1. Hitters count. See if he gets something to hit here. Martin delivers. It's outside. Ball 4. To the backstop it goes. Vernon will hustle on down over to first. Bringing us now to Wesley Dye. So if my intel is correct, Vernon represents the winning run over there on first. Of course, run rule, 15 after 3 here in Missouri. 10 after 5. Our score currently 10-1. So if Vernon is able to find his way around the base paths here, that'd do it. No courtesy runner for Vernon, though. They're going to trust him to run over there. As Dye settles in, first pitch here from Martin. Low and away. Fielded, though, by Tanner. It'll just be ball 1. Tanner able to keep it in front of him here. Dye working on an 0-for-3 day. He's also reached base twice. 1-0 now. Taken too low, about shin high for ball 2. Dye reached base in the first and second on an error. Error by the shortstop. In the third, he struck out swinging. Does represent 2 runs. Did come around to score in each of the first 2 innings. As he watches another pitch outside, it's 3-0 now. Three balls, no strikes. Next pitch taken all the way, but it's low and away. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk. So Dye draws the walk, and that'll put a runner in scoring position now for Waynesville. First and second for the center fielder, Zach Imperato. So Imperato will settle in now. He is 1 for 3. That single coming back in the second. At the time, that was Waynesville's first hit of the day. First pitch gets away from the catcher, Tanner. Both runners advance. Second and third now. Here with 1 away. So both runners advance here. No more double play ball here, at least in the traditional sense. And a 1-0 count to Imperato. Here is that 1-0. Martin delivers. Swung on. Pop fly right side of the infield. It will make its way out of play. Tanner gave it a chase from behind the plate, but it does drop for strike 1. Imperato, he scored a couple of runs today. Again, part of that offensive explosion here that's really kind of set the tone for this game. Again, 2 4 spots in each of the first 2 innings. Scored 4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. Were held scoreless in the third. But then picked up a run in each of the fourth and now the fifth. Looking to put the finishing touches on this one. Here is the 1-1. Breaking ball stays high. It's ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Imperato ahead of the count. Next pitch behind him. But Tanner able to put a glove on it here. Goes to 3-1. Imperato standing still in the box there, watching that pitch go behind his back. And he'll face a hitter's count. Martin working quickly now. Next pitch, too low, ball 4. And that'll load the bases. So the bases are loaded here for Hunter Althusius. And again, 1 away. There is a force at any bag. We'll see if Laquey perhaps goes home if they field a ground ball. First pitch to Althusius. Above his head, ball 1. Walk would also bring that run home, of course. Hit by pitch. Anything of that nature. Anything to bring the runner home at this point. 1-0. Here's a swing. Ground ball back toward the mound here. Martin has trouble putting a glove on it. Throw will go to first, but the run does come and score. We'll continue on here. They'll send another runner home. Well, Dye will touch home plate, but that will be the ball game. So, yes, they didn't call it there until Dye touched the plate. We'll see what the final score is, but that'll do it here in this one. Waynesville will win this one. We'll say 11-1 for now, but Waynesville does find their first win of the season as they defeat the Laquey Hornets. So we'll have ourselves a short post game here. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a quick timeout. We'll do what we always do. We'll come back here in a couple of minutes, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. I'll have some final numbers here for you, get you set up for what we got coming up next week. But again, your final score, 11-1. Waynesville defeats Laquey here in this one. Back in a few, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard. As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Here once more at the Wayne Bandy baseball field here in Waynesville. This one in the books. Waynesville picks up their first win of the season on their first try. They defeat the Laquey Hornets 11-1. Connor Harbert here with you, of course. Z102.3. This game ends in a run rule, ends in 5 innings here in this one. So Waynesville did find the couple runs they needed. As we take a look at some final numbers here for you. For Waynesville, 11 runs here today on 4 hits. Didn't need necessarily a whole lot of offense here today. They were assisted along there by 6 Laquey errors, several walks, several fielders' choices as well. But they were able to get the base runners aboard. That is the most important thing. And then take advantage once they were there. So again, 11 runs, 4 hits, 1 error committed by the Waynesville defense here in this one. They left 6 runners on base. For Laquey, 1 run, 1 hit. They commit, again, 6 errors here in this one. They leave 3 runners on base. Again, Peyton Breeden, I do believe, count them up here with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts here in this one. Hopefully that count. No. It's a wrong count. Let me try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts here today for Peyton Breeden. So Waynesville starts their season 1-0, but next time up here for Waynesville, they will be on the road next time. They will actually travel to Marshfield on the 20th. We will not be carrying that game. We're only going to be covering Waynesville home games for the most part here this season. We do have one special at the end of the year, but we will not be covering that game at Marshfield on the 20th. Our next broadcast will be on the 23rd, as Waynesville they are set to take on Capital City here at the Wayne Bandy baseball field in Waynesville. That'll be a 4:30 start. Most games this season about 4:30 or 5 or so. For the most part, that is going to be 4:30. Just stay tuned for more info on that. So we will go live with the pregame about 4:15 or so, or just kind of whenever everybody's ready to go down there on the field. But it's a Waynesville winner to start off the 2023 campaign. Again, your final score, a Waynesville 11, Laquey 1. That'll do it for us, though. For Dan back in the studio, and of course, everyone else involved as well. I am Connor Harbert. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Until next time, you've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball right here on Z102.3. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Baseball on 102.3 on your FM dial. Brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, the Bank of Crocker, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Holland and John Gregory, St. Robert Auto Supply, Phelps Health, the Bank of Iberia, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. We hope you enjoyed today's games. We'll see you next time here on 102.3 FM for more Waynesville Tiger Baseball.